Oh, welcome to this now moment. Um, this video is about women's circles or circles in tea and working with elementals again. I was about to do my kind of like just attuning myself to those energies before I pressed play, but I then felt that it would be just really nice to come and do it here in this moment with you so that you also can just begin to experience what it means for you to tune in to yourself, to your heart. And that's really all I do is just close my eyes, connect to my breath, connect to my heart center. And I invite in the elemental beings that wish to be here for our highest good and for the information that wants to come through in this moment. Earth to the core of Gaia. I see my roots moving all the way down, receiving angelic guidance, my angelic connection, my angelic self, my human self. I'm just connecting in this moment. So I kind of do that and then just sort of feel what's around me. So right now I begin to get this feeling of the more etheric, of the unseen realms coming in close. It's like they're making me aware that they know I'm aware of them, kind of thing. So this video is inspired by, I went to a beautiful women's circle a few nights ago. It was the new moon and eclipse. And I'd not been to this place before, and it's in a lovely little town, really close to really beautiful forests. And the space that we were using was in the bottom of the garden, and we had to go down this really long thin garden with this kind of winding little footpath, and it really felt like going to the end of the garden. And you know that idea of like little children like hanging out with the fairies at the end of the garden, and it kind of gave me that feeling. So in the circle, just through the ceremony and through the sharing space, I just kept feeling into it. Was my attention was being taken to outside of the little building that we were in, and so it was just like one little room, and I could just feel all of these elemental beings around us. And so I just kind of kept sort of feeling into their energy throughout our time together. And what we were doing, prayers and visioning for the future, and really beautiful, beautiful visions. And I could really feel how the elemental beings were using the energy that we were creating, that life force energy, those prayers. It was like it enlivens them as it enlivens us. And then they were coming in and somehow taking our prayers. I mean, like, I can't see exactly how it works, but it's like they take our prayers and then they help to bring them into manifestation. So that night I really wasn't sleeping very well, and I just kept feeling into it, and then I was beginning to get this feeling or this image, this vision, of just imagine how powerful it would be if every women's group, because it's International Women's Day next Wednesday, and there is going to be many, many, many circles around the globe of women coming together. And what I was feeling was how powerful it would be for all of these circles to really invite in these elemental beings, invite in the fairy energy, the gnome energy, whatever energies in the unseen realms that you resonate with or you know is in your area, or if you don't know it, just play with it and invite it in. You know, we often call in ascended masters or angels, and connect to these unseen energies because we know about them, because they've become kind of mainstream in a way. And the elemental energies are wanting that as well. We need that. We need what they give us, which is deep connection to earth wisdom and deep connection to the flow of nature, the flow. So when I say the flow of nature, like nature has been shown to me now, it's not just the plants, but it's the flow of life force that moves through everything, the natural cycles. And as we call in that energy, as we call them in to help us, to assist us, we're also assisting them. We're helping to bridge the gap between these two realms, and we're helping to come into a greater sense of community as well. So I'm really sensing at the moment that I just, everywhere I'm looking at the moment, what my attention's being drawn to is stuff around community right now. And I feel like for many people, we've got to a certain point within our own evolution, and we're naturally just going to start coming into community more. And what I was feeling with the elemental energy, what community means, what it really means, it means us coming together as human beings and creating community, safe space, beautiful right relationship with each other. But it's also community with the unseen realms as well, with the earth, with the plants, with the animals, but yeah, also with the unseen that govern our material world. So community is really, on its deepest fundamental level, is really about all of these aspects coming together in a harmonious way. So I just love this vision of all of these women coming together and beginning to really call in and work with the earth energy and allow that wisdom to come into the circles, to allow whatever it is that they want to share with us to start to come through. And also, yeah, they can help support our prayers. And it's like giving over our will to divine will, and like, so I was just listening to Jamie Price talking, and she was saying about that, and so that's releasing our blocks within ourselves to and divinity isn't just this etheric, other, out there, heavenly thing. It's right here, right now, in this moment, on this earth. And for me, the elemental realms that I connect with are very much, they are holding that frequency. It's almost in this moment as I'm talking, it's like they're so patient, they're just waiting for us. And it's like now, like we have to connect now. So we don't have to, but like if we want this beautiful golden earth, then the elementals are such a massive part of that. Okay, so I'm just wondering if there's anything else. If I just tune into this elemental energy that wants to come into these women's circles, if there's anything that I can share about that in this moment. They want to bring in joy and they want to bring in lightness. There's a lot of shadow work that gets done in women's circles, and that's very beautiful, and we really need that. It has to be done. We have to go into those places that stop us from accessing our divinity and the information available to us from the unseen realms. But what I also hear, it's really important that we bring in the joy as well, and we bring in the energy of celebration too. Yeah, I just get this kind of like forward motion, like this image of us going forward rather than keep bringing the past with us. Yeah, I just see them dancing. I think that's kind of it for now. So if this resonates with you, if you hold women's circles or if you go to women's circles, I know that this is an edge. I know that talking about elemental beings is an edge. I went to a different women's circle, and I'd been sharing a little bit in that circle about the elementals. And so the woman holding the space, she did invite them in at the beginning of the of the circle, and I just felt that tenderness and the vulnerability within her to begin to speak about it. We're very, like I said earlier, it's like we're comfortable talking about the angelic energies and ascended master energies, and even the ET energies, I think, are these days a little bit more easier to talk about, and the sort of fairy and elemental and earth energies. It's fascinating, isn't it? Because it's right here around us, and yet we have such a disconnect to it. So yes, just invite them in. And I'm really learning to work with them as well, and I don't know what this means for me. It's like I'm going on this journey as I talk about it as well. So thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this, please like, subscribe and share it. And yeah, invite that courageous aspect of you that wants to get to know these energies a little bit more, who wants to work with the earth and be in harmony with her. So much love to you. Thank you for listening.